So, my understanding, the tar and chipping, the person that was awarded the tar and chipping part of the project does not want the tar and chipping part of the project.
Only.
Is that the Lobs Road, Able Road? Why don't we
Am I understanding that correctly, like the person that won
They
the?
want the whole bid, they don't want just the
Okay,
tar and
so I went back and looked at the bid process. What we put out the bid was a project called the 2025 paving project, and they were both on there. So the paving and the tar and chipping were on the same bid. Now there's alternate one, alternate two.
I'm of the position, we should tar and chip Lobs Run Road or Able Road until an EQT is done.
This is a problem. Was that all one
No,
project,
I
or were
talked
those
to
two separate?
I talked to Stephanie and Jonna, and they don't have to bid all of it, they can bid just part of it. It's not one bid, they don't have to bid
So
the whole thing.
I talked to Jonah yesterday, and she said, I said, well, how do we move forward with the tar and chipping? So if so one of the people only bid on part of the project, the other ones bid on everything. But the person that bid on only part was the person that was the lowest on the paving. Now we're having issues on the tar and chipping. So since the board had, decided to do the tar and chipping, I asked her what the path forward is. So she said we'd have to re-put out, advertise the tar and chipping. Would be the only way liquid fuels would pay for it.
The low guy doesn't wanna do the tar and chipping, but he's low on the
She
paving.
said, yeah, he didn't even bid the tar and chipping. He didn't even bid the whole project.
So
He
he's a
only
low
bid
guy
part of
on the
the-
paving,
On the paving, but he only bid the paving, he didn't bid the tar and chipping.
tar and chip.
So everybody else bid both the paving and the tar and chipping, which we put down the line. So the person that got the cheapest on the tar and chipping doesn't wanna do the tar and chipping, he's saying, I did the whole project, not the tar and chipping,
Okay, makes
and I
sense.
understand that. So how do we achieve getting the tar and chipping done? So the path forward with, what Jonas said the path forward was to either award the whole bid to the lowest person that bid on everything, or re-put out tar and chipping,
Separately.
re-advertise it.
Well, I'm in a position, I don't wanna do the tar and chipping on those two roads till EQT is finished, so that's my,
So the board did vote to do
Contribution.
the board as a whole voted to do the tar and chipping
Yep.
on Lobs Run sometime in September. So moving forward, how do we accomplish that? So we will probably have to re-advertise.
Why not just award it to the lowest bidder?
Award the lowest person that bid on the entire project.
So when we did the bid specs, normally when I've done, I sometimes I do get involved with PennDOT. Did we put down that bidder A, that, you know, you can bid on all three items, say A, B, and C, or did we say basically, we didn't say that? TJ, shake your head no.
I mean, I wasn't involved, but I don't think it looks like we had different alternate.
Because usually when I do them, I'll put, you know, you have the ability to vote, you know, you have options, there's three options, A, B, and C. You can vote, you can propose for all A, B, and C, or you can on A, but not on B and C, that's how I've done it. You understand what I'm saying?
I do, that's,
Was that
familiar
done
with
here?
that. I don't know, we didn't.
I wasn't involved with this at all.
I didn't. There's a section for 1A and 2A, which is the paving portion of it, and then there's a section for the tar and chipping.
But in your, there should be, because in that top, that page where you have the graphs, there should be a blank paragraph that says, and you put the instructions, is that done that way?
That,
Yes, that's what I'm
I
talking
got
about.
that from PennDOT. PennDOT gave that to me.
So, it's what they call the common standard situation, you know. Like I said, when I've done those before, for like different municipalities, I get involved for some stupid reason. And I always put, you know, again, you know, you have the option of bidding on A, or B, or C, or both, or all together. And I put that in, it doesn't say that anything, does it?
Not that specific, no.
You understand what I'm talking about?
I do, yes. I
And
do.
that's the way you would do it.
I'm peeking over Janice's shoulder, but it looks like we took unit prices for each one under one combined bid, is what it looks like to me.
So they'd have to bid on everything or not. I don't have it in front of me, so I don't know. I wouldn't follow it.
It looked like to me that it was a combined bid for everything. So in that, then I asked PennDOT, what do we do moving forward to do tar and chipping? And she said as far as liquid fuels, you either have to take, they're fine paying for the paving, with the highest bidder on the paving or whatever. Whether or not that leaves you in a liability of a suit from one of the people that did the whole project, she couldn't verify.
Have we received any communications from anybody about this proposal saying they object to it or anything?
Tresco,
What does Tresco say?
Tresco's the one that received the bid for the paving. And they don't want just the paving bid, they want the whole thing.
I thought it was vice versa. I thought one that got the paving was fine with it, but the person that got the tar and chipping didn't want just tar and chipping.
So Tresco says they want everything, but we will,
Tresco got the tar and chipping, but they said we didn't bid on tar and chipping, we bid on the whole thing.
so how did we award the bids at the last meeting?
We gave Tresco the tar and chip bid, and Nagy Construction got the
Nagy only bid on
paving.
paving. They didn't bid the tar and chip. They didn't bid on the project as a whole. They
So
bid
it's
on the
just,
portion of it.
so with all the options, Tresco is the cheapest in everything. Is that what?
I don't know, there's like a bunch of other bids too.
No, Tresco was the cheapest on tar and chip, but not on paving.
But I thought, so what's their objection again?
They don't want
They
the
just
tar and
got
chip.
the tar and chip bid, they don't want the tar and chip
Do
bid.
we know who the person that was the cheapest on the project as a whole? I know there was multiple bid people, but if you put the two together, who was the bottom line cheapest on the
I
entire?
would have to go back through here and,
So we already approved the bids, didn't we?
yes.
I didn't know they weren't separate on the advertising at the time, until I saw the letter.
I don't know, I can't tell you, I don't know what's going on.
We can make a motion at the next meeting, I was bringing the topic up at this one, you can see it's just a discussion item, but we have to figure out what path we're gonna go forward to accomplish that tar and chip, and whether or not we wanna look at giving the whole paving, 2025 paving to the person that bid the entire project the lowest or not. Procedures for resident complaints, that kind of